Let's see here. Parkour Guy wants to know, can you take a look at the Manta 5 frame? Okay, let's look at the Manta 5 frame. Axis Flying Manta 5. I hate it. No, I'm joking. What is that? The Critic? Oh, wow. Wasn't that not his quote? It stinks. That's it. That's right. This is me. 2016? No, this show was way before 2016. I'm old.
Stinks. It stinks.
No, anybody remember John Lovitz? No? Okay. That's what I think about every new product that someone presents me with. It stinks! Then I get over myself and I try to give it a fair appraisal. The Axis Flying Manta frame. Center entry for the XT60. That's okay. Not my favorite. It does make it less likely to be cut. I prefer rear entry. I prefer the XT60 to come out the rear because it makes it easier to plug the battery in and it doesn't get in the way of the GoPro. When the XT60 comes out the top or the front, it can make it hard to lean the GoPro back. That's going to be less of an issue with this style of GoPro holder, which incidentally I also hate. Because the GoPro angle is not consistent. It looks like it's a pretty roomy top deck, though. It looks like you got a lot of room for it to move your battery forward and back. So that's fine. It's interesting that they've sized the frame for the original Air unit. I don't know if that's universal or if there's a different version of it. I love this Tour X kit. We definitely want a Tour X. A true X is what they mean. Let's see. Plenty of room to put your VTX. That's nice. It is not a split deck design. No, I can't zoom on the picture. There we go. It's not a split deck design. That's interesting. Most people are going to a split deck design now, but there's nothing wrong with a single piece deck. It's going to be easier to build. Not having the arms sandwiched. Is there a frame plate underneath the arms? Can I see the bottom? That's the top. Yeah, okay, so let's look at this. So we do have, is that a metal plate? That's going to add a lot of strength and rigidity. Where are the stack screws? So 2 arm screws, that's fine. Having 2 arm screws like drilled through the middle like this is like, it's not, I don't think that's ideal, but you got to have 2 screws somewhere, right? Which of these are the stack screws, I wonder? Is the arm screw a stack screw? Because if it is, I hate that. Here's one arm screw. If these are also going through the arm, let me look at the spare arms. Have we got a spare arm that I can see? Five-inch spare parts. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, great. So one of these screws goes through the arm. The other of the screw goes up through the arm and helps keep it from sort of camming. This is actually a really clever design. This is nice. So what we've got here is this metal piece sort of keeps the arm in place, and this screw just keeps the arm from pulling out. And then the stack screws pass through the arm, but you can still remove the arm without having to pull out the stack screw. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You are going to have to loosen the stack screw to take the arm out because it's going to be clamping down on the arm. which is a little annoying. But this is a good design. I like how they've sort of put this piece in here. That's really clever how the arms come together. It seems like this is a pretty good design. And the metal base plate is going to be really durable. I don't hate that. A nice little radius here going into the motor mount. That's going to spread the stress out very nicely. Yeah. Coming up to the front end. We've got a metal front end. We've got the normal sort of O3 mounting here. There's another hole right here. Presumably that's for a camera, although it's hard to imagine what camera that's for. Soft mount for the O3 camera, which is something a lot of people are looking for because it helps with the image stabilization. I think that a lot of cameras are going to be mounted too far forward. If this is spaced for the O3, I think that other cameras are potentially going to be pushed forward and stick out past the metal plate. I'm not sure I see a way that the camera could be pushed back if it was not an O3. The O3 is very shallow. I like that this metal piece extends backward and then is reinforced by this standoff so that stress on the front end pushes back into this box section and doesn't have like leverage on the top plate. That's a good design. I'm happy with that design. I also like that this standoff is somewhat forward of the arm. When this standoff lines up with the arm, it can create a stress point where you crack the bottom plate like right here. Yeah. Oh, clever. Why is this? It's interesting that this piece here is milled out. That's got to be for wires, like the going underneath the air unit or something, like antennas. I'm not sure I love that. Although it seems like it might weaken the bottom plate, although that's not a part of the bottom plate that usually takes a lot of stress, so it's probably okay. Yeah, how much? $70? That's not a terrible price for a frame these days. I don't hate it. If you were going to build it, I wouldn't hate it. Alrighty. Well, I feel like that was a $2 worth of Super Chat for sure. Hope you enjoyed it.